fine. So I liked Fat Cow at first. I like weirdos. I was kind of rooting for her to be like, she seemed very interesting and knowledgeable at first, and then came across as just, I'm smarter than everyone. I know more than everyone. I hate those kind of people. So I kind of just stopped watching her. I'd see bits here and there, and then I saw just a little bit on the forums today about how she was talking about how she could have Sala as like a summertime husband or something, and I'm pretty sure it's from this video. So I just want to watch it and react and see what the fuck she's saying. So here we go.
Hello, 'tis I, Fat Cow.
Oh, I also have her sped up to 1.5 because she talks slower than I do. I talk very slow. And even in my like videos and reacts, I take the video after it's all done and I'm done yapping my stupid fat mouth, and I speed it up a little bit because I've listened to like the first few that I made and I was like, oh my god, idiot bitch, can you get it out? Like, hurry the fuck up. So I set her up to 1.5 and she's still not that fast. So I feel like once this is all done and I speed it up a little bit more, it shouldn't be too bad with how slow I do talk as well. So, yeah.
Foodie claims to be attempting to blend in a bit.
Oh my god, is this 1.5? Yes. Yeah, it's 1.5. Okay, we're good.
Better with her fellow Kuwaitians. She claims because maybe she'll get harassed less. I think it's because she's desperately trying to get Salah's family to put up with her. I mean, they're not going to accept her. They're not going to tolerate her.
No, she just thinks she blends in because she's wearing a hijab and she's dressed modestly. And no, that's it. They're not looking at her face. They're looking at the body. And they just see a hijabi woman in... She was also going on about how Kuwaitis are so fat, but she has yet to see anyone as fat as her, so... and she's delusional, so there's that.
Yeah, they might put up with her, which might also explain her better behaviour. There's one of those other theories that's going around as to why she's not raging. I mean, along with possibly losing her channel, losing Kuwait entirely because Salah's father has finally had enough, but has been very gracious to give her a last chance, is a possibility. It could actually be a combination of both, because whatever it is, it's a doozy. I mean, to actually get Foodie to bite her lip, I mean, she's raged under the...
Maybe. I mean, those are good theories. But I also think it's because she's trying to silence reaction channels and kind of starve them of stuff. Because people, they'll still react, but it's not the same. I think even FFG's views have gone down a little bit in her live streams. Like, it's gone from like 4,000 a live stream to like 3,000. Because Foodie's not interesting when she's not raging and just being a mess. Her eating the same shit, talking about the same childhood memories of food or, you know, movies that she likes, but it's not the same. So it's not helping her. So Foodie's not getting any more views because of that. Because she is boring on her own anyway. But I think this is just kind of a test. And she listens to so many other reaction channels that, like, I wish she would just, like, stop posting for a month and then see how the reaction channels scramble. But she can't do that. She has to do something to keep some money coming in. So her thing is kind of meeting in the middle where she's just not going to rage, so she won't get as much attention. But the attention's not coming. So the rage will come eventually because she's not getting those views that she thought she was going to get because reaction channels aren't pulling it. Do you know what I mean? Am I making sense? Anyway.
Surface and gone off live when appropriate, but she knows she's going to blow. Can't imagine what she's like to be around offline, though. Anyway, I thought I'd throw some experience into the ring and explain how there is nothing, literally nothing, Foodie can do to blend in any Middle Eastern country. And we are totally ignoring.
She doesn't really blend in anywhere, even in Canada. Like, she's lost all her friends except for Pete's. Like, he's Pete's, you know. She's just an asocial weirdo. And, I mean, she's never going to have any real friends or blend. And it's the same with reaction channels that she likes. The second they say anything bad about her, she goes off on tangents about them. Like, oh, I'm never going to talk to you again. And she's so fucking thin-skinned and has this, like... She just expects everyone to be like yes men around her because she does think she's famous. So anyone that disagrees with her, she's like a little dictator on YouTube, in her real life. Like, it's just her way or fuck off.
The fact that she is as wide as she is tall. So she is literally a ball. That in itself, bit of a hurdle to overcome. My experience as a very obviously Caucasian Western person, please. When I lived there, I didn't have these tattoos, okay? Obviously, if I had the tattoos, I wouldn't have stood a chance. or the piercings. There would have been no chance. But there was no chance anyway. You see, even if I tried to dull my shine, to blend in, it's very obvious I was a white woman. That in itself is enough to attract attention, unwanted attention. Even though at the time I was a practicing Muslim and dressed incredibly modestly. Not veiled though, but modestly. But had I actually been a Middle Eastern woman dressed appropriately, had I been out by myself, I would have attracted attention. I've seen women in niqabs get hassled. Women who are hijabi and really well respectedly covered get harassed. The thing is, and this might seem like a generalisation, but I'm only speaking about my experience and what I've been told. There is a consensus among certain individuals of a masculine persuasion and a certain mindset, let we say, that believe all Western women are easy. Is what they've been told.
Okay, so, but in a niqab, that's like when they're just having the eyes showing. So how would you know they're Western women if you just have your eyes showing? This is more like a men are trash everywhere kind of thing. But I think Foodie's safe there. I don't think men are throwing themselves at Foodie anywhere she goes. So I don't really know where you're going with all this.
Is what they've been exposed to, is what they've been raised to believe. And in an atmosphere where female virginity is so important, having a diddle with a Western woman seems like an alternative to such minded individuals. See, it gets worse though. Even when I was out with my child, I got harassed. Even if I went out and was 8 months pregnant, I got harassed. And I even got harassed when I was out pushing my child in a pram with my Arab husband next to me. There's nothing Foodie can do to avoid getting harassed. Nothing.
Your cat's crying. Well, it's probably just stuck outside and wants to come in the room. Cats are like that. They're annoying. Right, Norm? You're annoying. Anyway. So yeah, men are trash everywhere. This is the point of this? She's not going to belong because men are trash everywhere you go? Well, shocking. We know.
It's a sweeping generalisation I've made about the Middle East, yes, but it is my experience. It is what I have been told. It's what has been explained to me by Middle Eastern men and Middle Eastern women, and it's what I've witnessed. Now, if she's trying to blend in with the family, good effing luck with that.
Is she trying to blend in with the family? Because I don't think so. I don't think she might have met them. She just never talks about them. And like I said in a previous video, and like everybody knows anyway, when she went to Thailand and she couldn't get a hold of Salah, she didn't have anyone to contact and be like, hey, do you know if he's okay? She had no one. She's obviously not in contact with his family. So how is she trying to blend in?
Doesn't matter what colour you've made your skin, Foodie. Your behaviour, your attitude.
Yeah, that was really weird. When she put on a ton of bronzer and was like, do I look white? Yeah, bitch. And that doesn't matter. It's so weird. Foodie, like, fetishizing different, mostly Arab people. Like, I don't know. It's also very weird, come to think of it, that she was with Bibi for so long, and Bibi's Muslim, but she made no effort to do it then. So is it just like a desperation thing? Like, oh, I'm getting older, like now I have to really do something to catch a man? Or even he who shall not be named was apparently Muslim. She made no effort then. But she was also like cracked out and like he didn't care about any of that. So I don't know. It's just weird how it was so sudden. Maybe it's like when you like are approaching 40 and you're like, oh my God, I gotta do something quick. I gotta catch a man quick or it's too late, which is pathetic. But I mean, we all know Foodie's pathetic. She wrote a whole fucking song about it. She knows it. Anyway.
Your entire history and all the crap that you still have online needs to be erased. It has to cease to exist. They've given you 2 years to show that you are committed to making positive changes, and you have effed up every step of the way. And it doesn't matter how many no rages you have, it's going to happen, and it will only take one for you to get the boot. On an entirely different note, Amberlynn Reid, she who was caught following indecent, immoral, revolting material on Instagram.
Oh yeah, I heard a little bit about this. I don't think she did it intentionally. Like, yeah, Amberlynn Reid is a little weird. She has spoken inappropriately to teenagers and stuff. I think this was years and years ago. And she's very stuck in that teenage mentality, right? She's very celebrity culture, you know, obsessed with Billie Eilish. The way she fucking talks and acts and like everything. She's very stuck in, she's got that Arrested Development thing, right? Do I think she's a fucking chomo? No. Do I think she's seeking out accounts that are chomo specific? No. I think that was actually, as much as she lies, whatever, I think that was a legitimate accidental follow. I don't think she's that dumb, and I don't think she's that evil. She made a mistake. And I don't even like Emerald Reed. I said about everyone, I don't like this person, but no, I think that was just nothing. I think people are looking for any fucking thing to just have a gotcha moment on everyone they don't like.
I have one thing to say. I have spent a good hour trying to accidentally follow somebody.
I've done it. If you're scrolling through reels, sometimes you accidentally hit a like, you accidentally hit a whatever. It's not that hard. But whatever.
The buttons for things you need to press, the whole thing is on completely the opposite side to the deleter side and the block side. And
no, like I said, reels. Or, I guess she was saying she got messages. I don't know. You know what? Maybe I'd have to actually look more into the whole thing, but I really don't care. I don't care to follow Amberlynn Reid that close. I kind of keep up here and there. The whole feeder thing is a lot, but Amberlynn as a whole, it is so, I can't watch her videos. I can barely watch her reacts to her videos because the way she talks drives me fucking crazy. And she makes me angry. And I don't want to watch people to get angry. Sometimes I do still, but she's just, I don't know. I think she's annoying. She annoys me. And not in like a fun way. It's just, I don't know. She's fake and phony and annoying.
The report side, it can't be done by accident, unless the accident is you use the wrong account to follow it with. And, my goodness, child, he talked and talked and talked and talked. And everybody and their dog knows, the more you try to explain a thing, the less likely it is to be true. Amber, you like significantly younger individuals. We've kind of known this all along, but you've been caught. And given everything that's happening now, and what's about to be published about yourself by a certain individual who is rather fond of knitwear, you are royally screwed. And all I have to say about that is about bloody time. So.
Okay, yeah, I might have to look into that more. That would be fucked up. I know she was talking to someone who was like 20 when she was like 30. She just turned 34. So she was 33, and this chick that she was talking to was like 20, which is gross. Again, flip it the other way. I mean, people see men doing that all the time, and it's like nothing, because it's like, oh, well, women mature faster than guys do. And it's like a whole just sexism thing. Yeah, it's just gross. I won't date someone with like a 5-year difference unless they're older. I would rather date an older man than a younger man. It's just, I don't know. It's weird to me. But I think chomo is a very strong thing to just put out there without any actual evidence. Like, she's never done it in the past that we have seen. I don't think she's ever actually been with a girlfriend that was underage. And we've been watching her for, 10 plus years? So, I don't know. We gotta be really careful with that whole fucking thing.
In conclusion, because I need to get this crap off my face, safe to say that 2025 is going to be the year that we will say goodbye to both Foodie Beauty and Amberlynn Reid. Not necessarily in a morbid way, if you know what I mean. Well, that's not guaranteed either. But their channel, their online presence, they have both effed up and are destroying the only source of livelihood and income they have. We might get a few more years of second-hand embarrassment, watching them scrabble to try and get back on, but it's just going to be so horrendously embarrassing to watch that we're not going to bother. It's going to be like watching a bug drowning in a puddle. Also, and this...
Yeah, okay, well, the thing is, I don't watch this cow very much, but she said the same thing about when Foodie was back in Canada and how she couldn't get back into Kuwait, and it was never going to happen, and she fucked around and she found out, and blah, blah, blah. And then it was like a day or two later, and Foodie was back in Kuwait. And then she had to come online and be like, I was wrong. So lesson should have been learned from that time to be like, if this is speculation, I think this or this might happen. You just come out here with these facts. Like, you think everything you say is just factual and gospel. Because you think you're smarter than everyone. And you don't learn.
And then I remembered. I didn't know about the incident during the Crackhead Olympics where Foodie drove over a large amount of frogs that were crossing the road while laughing.
Okay, I had to go back way back on the kiwi farms, because I had first heard about this a long time ago, and I always just, again, I heard about it, so I thought it was true, and I knew Foodie sucked, so I just assumed it was true. But I went back and I actually watched the clips, and she wasn't intentionally running over frogs. She was driving at night, and she kept hitting frogs accidentally. Like, she was just driving, and she was saying, like, oh my god, I hit another, like, I can't remember exactly how it went, but she wasn't intentionally swerving around hitting frogs, which is what I was always told happened. I know she was laughing about it, but we all know she is kind of a nervous laughter with that kind of stuff. I don't think she actually thought it was hilarious. It was just like the bunny thing, when she hit a bunny with her car, and she was kind of laughing about it, and people gave her shit for that. Like, oh, you think it's hilarious that you hit a bunny? And I don't like defending Foodie, but I am also a nervous laugher. I will laugh at inappropriate times, like fucking Dr. Hibbert. I have laughed at funerals. It's just, you don't really know how to deal with certain things. And that was that whole thing. And it got taken way out of, or just people just don't understand nervous laughter. So they just assume that she's just an evil monster who was deliberately swerving and trying to hit frogs. So.
Yeah. Some people said it wasn't deliberate because it was unavoidable. I'd like to say bullshit. There is no way on this earth I would have proceeded across that road. I would have found any other alternative route than drive through those frogs, let alone enjoy it. This cements my theory that it is only because Foodie has rendered herself
again, from what I remember, from what I saw, it was at night. It was at, like, in some buttfuck nowhere part of Ontario. So she should have just, like, pulled her car over and slept overnight and not gotten home or wherever she was going to, because I fucking love frogs. They're one of my favorite animals. But again, maybe, I don't know. Maybe I'm a terrible person. Like, I actually probably would have pulled over and slept overnight to not hit frogs because I do love them so much. But I'm not going to say someone's a terrible person just because of that. Like, she's a terrible person for many other reasons. But that specific thing, I could give some leeway there.
Immobile, but she hasn't actually murdered somebody yet.
Oh,
she is
so dramatic.
Completely psychologically capable of committing murder.
No, she's too dumb.
Absolutely no doubt in my mind. We have to be grateful she has immobilized herself. There are people on this planet that are alive today only because Foodie is too fat, too lazy, and not quite intelligent enough to kill them. But she would if she could. Absolutely.
Holy shit. Okay, so first of all, this is not the video that I thought it was going to be. I must have clicked the wrong one. I think she does upload like 2 times at least a day. I'd have to go look, but this went somewhere else. So now I'm going to go look at more because now you're accusing her of, like, a secret wannabe murderer. This is nuts. Oh, she would kill so many people if she wasn't such a fat fuck. Oh my god. Okay.
Absolutely no doubt in my mind. And I suspect the same applies to Anne Boleyn.
Yikes. Okay. Well, I'm going to edit that down, and Jesus Christ. Thanks for listening. Like, comment, subscribe. Bye.